My first day as a British girl travelling around Pakistan, so I was in Karachi and we woke up and first got a tuk-tuk to take us to Burns Road Market. This is a really popular street food market here in Karachi, so we arrived and had a little look around and first went to this shop to get some chai, which is a really popular drink here in South Asia. We enjoyed this and got chatting to some of the locals and then headed to get some ice cream, and they were so lovely in here and let us try all of the different scoops we wanted for free. Honestly, the Pakistani hospitality is unbelievable. We then grabbed a car to Clifton Beach, which is often referred to as the world's craziest beach, and you can see why. It was absolutely packed, and I got on a camel and took a camel ride across the beach, which was so much fun. And again, we got chatting to so many locals and they were all surrounding us asking for photos. Then we had to brace Karachi's notorious rush hour traffic to get to our dinner spot, which was this lovely restaurant called Steak by CFU, and the hospitality again was insane. We got a free bit of steak and welcome drinks. The guy was so nice. Then we just spent our evening having a chai just on the street, talking to some more locals before heading off to bed. This was my experience on an overnight sleeper train in Pakistan. So I was traveling from Karachi to Lahore and I arrived to literal floods as we came in, and we were in such a rush we thought we were going to miss the train, but luckily it was delayed, so we had time to go grab some snacks. We picked up a bunch of these and headed back to the platform where loads of people were coming up to us asking us for pictures and being so friendly, even inviting us around for dinner. The train then eventually arrived and the station was literally packed, and we had an armed guard that escorted us through to our cabin. It was a very interesting experience. We then got on the train in the business class carriage. We paid 12,000 rupees, which is about £35 for this ticket. The police then came in asking for our passports, which we were quite scared about, but then they asked for selfies with us, so that reassured us. The train then set off the start of our 22-hour journey, and we got given our dinner, which was some chicken and chips and some bread. We played some cards and chilled for a bit, and then got given some evening chai. Here's what the bathroom on the train looked like. It did get progressively worse throughout the evening. I brushed my teeth and got ready for bed, and then it was time to sleep. Honestly, I got no sleep. People were literally banging on our door all night, camping outside. It wasn't the best night's sleep, but then the next morning it was time to get off in Lahore. If you're wanting a more interesting and authentic travel experience here in Pakistan, I definitely recommend a sleeper train rather than flying. Pakistan is the cheapest country in the world, and while I'm here I wanted to get my usual beauty treatments done at a fraction of the cost to see how they compare. First up, I'm at the best rated nail salon, so I'm going to get my nails done. My nails usually cost me about £40 to get done in London, but these here in Karachi, Pakistan cost me £10. I couldn't believe how cheap they were, and just look how gorgeous the final result was. Honestly, get your nails done when you're in Pakistan. Then I wanted to try wash and blow dry, and as I have hair extensions, this usually cost me £45. I went to Soho Salon and it really was just like one of the salons in Soho. Genuinely one of the best blow dries, and it only cost me £7. Can you believe it? They even run the tongs through my hair and curled it for me. Literally, it had the nicest final result. I was in shock for how cheap this was. And now for my final step of my glow up here in Pakistan, I'm off to get my makeup done. A makeup artist in England can cost up to £80 for a standard look, or even £400 for wedding makeup. Here in Lahore, Pakistan, a full face is just £20. I absolutely love my makeup, and the standard was exactly what I expected, and I'd even say better than the times I've had my makeup done in the UK. What do we think of the final look? And I'm in shock of the price difference and how much this would have all cost me in the UK. Spent my first day with me as a British girl in Lahore, Pakistan, so I woke up and called us a tuk-tuk to take us for some breakfast. We went to Coffee, Tea and Company, and this place is amazing. I got a frappuccino and this delicious omelette. We then headed out to do some sightseeing. Our first stop was Badshahi Mosque, and this place honestly was incredible. I couldn't believe my eyes. It literally defeated all expectations. It wasn't long before there was crowds of people surrounding us asking us for photos. Everyone was so friendly, and then randomly this man just put his baby in my arms. He was really cute though. We walked around taking loads of photos, went inside the mosque. Honestly, this place is insane. You guys have to visit here. Then we headed across the road to Lahore Fort. Again, this is definitely a must visit. If anyone has any more recommendations of things you think I should see or do while I'm on my trip here, please comment them down below because I'd love to hear all about them. Then by this point we were really hungry, so we went to grab some dinner from Haveli. This place has an amazing rooftop which we were recommended so much, with an amazing view of the mosque, and the food honestly was top notch. We then waited till sunset to get some photos on the rooftop in front of the mosque. This is the perfect photo spot. You guys heard it here first. Then it was time to head back in a tuk-tuk back to the hotel after a busy day exploring. I travelled on the second most dangerous road in the world here in Pakistan to get to one of the most beautiful places I've ever laid my eyes on. This is Ferry Meadows in northern Pakistan, but when I tell you the road to get here was truly horrifying, I mean it. This 2-hour-long drive is on roads roughly formed from rocks and dirt, and the worst part is the narrow winding road has no railings. There is absolutely nothing that will prevent a vehicle from careening off the road and falling down off the side of the cliff and into the gorge below. single mistake in the treacherous road to Fairy Meadows will result into a painful, fiery death. Would you take this road to experience what some call paradise on Earth? Fly on a banned airline with me to Pakistan's most dangerous airport. This is PIA Airlines, known for its pilot scandal where it was revealed most of their pilots had fake licenses and paid someone else to sit their exam for them. Today I'm taking a Pakistan Airlines flight to Scollan in northern Pakistan, which is labelled the most dangerous airport due to the runway being situated 7,000 feet high in the midst of a mountain and 360 surrounded by mountains which the plane needs to land in between. Ellie, how do you feel? Are you excited?
No.
Apart from the turbulence, I was so impressed with this flight. I've never been given complimentary food and drink on a 1-hour flight before, and the views were absolutely breathtaking. It was the landing that I was dreading, and I especially was scared as I could see we were so close to the ground, but there was no runway in sight, and it seemed as if we were going straight into the water. However, we soon reached the runway and landed into Scollan, one of the most beautiful airports in the world. What are we saying? Bring back Pakistan Airways to Europe? Spend my first day exploring northern Pakistan with me. So I woke up in Scollan. This place is absolutely incredible. I had my breakfast looking out at the mountains and headed off to our first spot of the day, which was Upper Kachura Lake. This place was honestly so picturesque. We met the nicest people who were asking for photos. Honestly, everyone I've met in Pakistan so far has just been so nice. We then decided to get on a boat, and here's me slipping in as I got on. This was so nice, and the drone footage was so good too. And look how clear the water was. Definitely recommend to do this. We then jumped back in the car to go to the next spot, which was Shangri-La Resort. Guys, this needs to be added to your Scollan bucket list immediately. Can we just take a moment for how scenic it was? The cherry blossom, the Japanese inspired houses. We went in one of them for some dinner. Oh my god, the food was also incredible, looking out at these beautiful views. Then we went to our final destination for the day, which was Karpocho Fort. We hiked up here, which took about 25 minutes. The views were beautiful as we went up as well. And then to get in, you had to climb through this little hole in the door. And we went to the iconic photo spot, which is this window in the top of the fort. Guys, get your Instagram pictures here. We then had to hike back down to get to the bottom of the fort and went to our hotel for the evening. We're staying in local, which I couldn't recommend enough. Look how beautiful the little huts and views were. So we just spent our evening chilling here, taking in the gorgeous mountain views and enjoying a lovely cup of chai. I bet you can't believe this is Pakistan. Spent my second day exploring northern Pakistan with me. So we was in Scollan and got picked up by a 4x4 Jeep to go and explore Bashu Valley. Some of the roads to get there, like this wobbly bridge, was horrifying, but look at the views. They were honestly insane. I was just taking it all in, feeling so blessed to be here. We then arrived to what some people call Fairyland, and we've headed on a little hike up to the viewpoint. Guys, Bashu Valley has been one of the most beautiful mountainous places I've ever been to. Just take a moment to look at the views. We then walked up to these rocks to get some drone footage, stood on them. Honestly, it was horrifying. My leg was literally shaking as we were getting the videos. I couldn't wait for them to be over. We then headed down to get some lunch, and we sat on this little table in the lake, which was really cute. Had some chips, and then got back in the car and headed back down to the bottom. We then just had a few places to stop off at on the way back, such as Mantuka Waterfall. This waterfall was gorgeous. I definitely recommend you guys to visit here. And then lastly, Blind Lake. Oh my god, I could not believe my eyes. This is one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. We then stopped to get some dinner from Shahi. I literally have a newfound love of Pakistani food. I got my white chicken handy, which is my favourite. And then we just headed back to the hotel for the evening, chilled here, and then sat around this lovely bonfire enjoying the views. The lake to get a boat. Come and explore northern Pakistan with me. Honestly, this place continues to shock me every day. So we woke up and had our breakfast looking out at the gorgeous views of Atabad Lake. Then we headed down to the lake to get a boat, as we kept seeing people getting these from our balcony and they looked so fun. We thought we were going to get a cute peaceful boat trip around the lake, but we got on and this was a calm before the storm. As honestly, this was a speedboat. I was literally holding on for dear life. I nearly went flying and so did my phone, but it was such a fun experience nonetheless. We then headed off to do some sightseeing for the day. Our first stop was the Hassani suspension bridge. Oh my god, guys, this is horrifying. You can't quite tell from the video how scary it is, but it's definitely worth doing. Then on the way to our next stop, we stopped off at Pasu Cones. Look how gorgeous this view was. Then our final stop for the day was Rainbow Bridge. Honestly, guys, these attractions are so cheap to do and so much fun. Like, you literally can't do anything like this in England, and look how beautiful the views were. This is definitely a must visit. We then just headed back to the hotel for the rest of the afternoon, as this is genuinely one of the most insane hotels I've ever stayed in. Just look at the views from the gym. I had an incredible full body massage, then we got ready for the evening and had dinner at the hotel too. I definitely recommend the restaurant here. The chicken biryani is delicious. We then just spent the rest of the evening sat on the balcony taking in the gorgeous